Hi everybody. I wanted to make a video about spirit guides and how to connect with them and kind of what they are. I went to I guess it was kind of like a meeting, like a church service recently, and I was kind of struck by how everyone was looking outside of themselves for direction or connection, and it just felt really wrong to me, and I felt like I wanted to make a video about how easy it is to connect with your guides and how available they are to you all the time, and kind of what they are. So anything that I post on my channel is from my direct experience as a shaman. No one else has told me this stuff. This is all stuff that has come to me through direct experience, through journeying and practicing shamanic healing and developing my own relationship with my guides and chatting with my guides. And this is all me. And then every now and then I'll read something somewhere and be like, oh yeah, that's what my guides told me. And it'll kind of confirm what I learned on my own. But I really encourage you to practice on your own, creating a relationship, a language with your own spirit guides. You have them, everybody has them. That's one thing I wanted to mention, was that people think that like you're lucky if you have guides. Like, we wouldn't make it through this earthly existence without guides. We have a whole team in the non-physical that supports us. And again, this is just from my own direct experience, sitting down and meditating and journeying, which if you don't know what that is, you can, I do a guided journey on my channel. You can go and talk to your guides directly. They're always there for you, and they exist outside of time, so you can't bug them by asking them questions or annoy them. They're just sitting there, like, kind of just waiting to help you all the time. So what struck me in this class was that, or this service, I guess, was that everyone was kind of like looking to the past to find a deity somewhere, or someone, it's like a priest or something, that could connect them here in the present with God or their own guidance system. And it's so all right in here. Like, I feel like things have shifted a lot away from the kind of like idea of the mystery schools where you have to go and you know, spend a lifetime learning these secrets. It feels like something has shifted in the universe, and now they're just downloaded directly into our hearts, and we just have to sit quietly and ask questions and receive answers and believe the answers that we receive, which is really important. That's the tricky part. We're taught that everything is just our imagination, that, you know, you just made that up. Like, if you sit and meditate and journey and you end up talking to a snail or a, you know, Indian deity, you didn't just make that up. That's information coming from your whole spiritual guidance team. And it's important stuff. And it you know, breaks my heart to see people dismissing that information coming in on a daily basis. It's so subtle, but very present. And if you practice a little, you can tune in. And I wanted to encourage people to develop a language with your guides. So some people say, oh, angels speak to me through feathers. So use that. Say to your guides out loud, say, okay, feathers, that's going to be our thing. If you want me to pay attention to what you're telling me, send me a feather. And watch, that afternoon, you'll get a feather. The one will fall out of a tree. You'll be, you know, my daughter hands me feathers all the time. And I always think of her as a little angel. So that's kind of funny. That's the other thing. Your spirit guides have a sense of humor. So they understand, like, puns. And so they'll have my little angel hand me feathers, and that's like, it's so subtle, but it's important. It's important to be kind of literal and metaphorical at the same time when it comes to your guidance system. They speak to you, they can speak to you in pictures, they can speak to you in objects. So they love coins, they love feathers, they love electricity, they like turning the lights on and off. That's the thing. Flashes of light. I just discovered recently by just sitting quietly and chatting with one of my guides that they were responsible for these flashes of light I'd been seeing for like 2 months, and it was driving me nuts. And I was like, what do you want with the, why the flashes of light? They were so striking. They would stop me in my tracks. And what this guide said to me was, I'm trying to get you to stop and pay attention and remember your gifts. Like, think esoterically, don't think just like a human. And I was like, oh, okay. So now that's a way I can communicate with them. I see it, I'm thinking about something, or I'm talking about something, and I see that flashlight and I pause and I go, okay. I get quiet and I go, what do you want me to know? And then you'll hear the answer, accept the answer, know the answer is true, and take it into your heart and act on it. If it's something that's like, go call that person and, you know, chat them up, or I don't know, anything, whatever answer you get, just do it. And don't question it, don't doubt it, just do it. Sometimes they ask you to do really weird stuff. You can negotiate with them and be like, I don't really want to do that. And ask maybe for a different version of what it is they want you to do. But your guides are trying to help you execute what you came here to do. So you came here to expand. Every human, every star, every nebula, every planet has a consciousness, and it is enjoying the expansion, period. There's no good or bad. There's no, you know, it's most fundamental core. We're just desiring to grow. So that could be, you know, a really negative lifetime, or a really positive lifetime, or a lifetime as a rock, or a, you know, but the idea is knowing. I know myself now. I know myself as a rock. I know myself as a star. I know myself as a you know, a prisoner of war. I know myself as a school teacher. You know, that's the whole point. So, but we kind of filter into those existences. I kind of want to learn these certain things. I want to grow in this direction, you know, like when you have a bean plant that's gotten 2 feet tall, it starts to flop over, and then you either tie it up and trellis it and it grows kind of that direction, or you let it fall down and it grows that direction. And so I think the guides are here to support us in executing kind of the direction we picked. So it's not like super detailed, but it's kind of like a goal bullet sheet, you know, like, I want to learn about family. I want to learn about, you know, forgiveness. I want to learn about, you know, it's kind of like just bullet points. And then I think there may even be finer details in there, but I haven't had a direct experience of what that would be or what that looks like. So I won't talk about it right now. If I do have an experience of finer details of like destiny, then I'll revisit that. But for now, your guides can be anything, and they're here to help you grow, and they're here to help support you. They're kind of like the like mission control to the moon missions. You know, there's like a little dude in a tiny pod, and he's getting launched out to the moon, and he's like all alone, and it's like hot and lonely and, you know, cramped. Kind of like Earth feels very cumbersome and weird and scary and unknown. And then there's like this whole team down at Mission Control that are like adjusting his, you know, trajectory by like, you know, that much. And encouraging him and reminding him, you know, what you need to do, and, you know, just always like there for him in every way. So your guides can be, I've observed that people have kind of three main ones. Usually one of those is with you from before birth. That's just usually, I've seen that a lot. And then, so you have like the three core team, and then you kind of have ones that rotate in and out. So like if you start seeing, you know, like my closest animal guide is brown bear. So brown bear is always with me. If I need something, I can call on brown bear and he'll go get it, you know. Like I need encouragement, you know, brown bear, go get me encouragement, and he'll come back with it like that. But you may have like a more of a like a person. I think some of the guides are people that have been incarnated before, and some of them haven't. So some of them really register as like an angel, like never taken on a human form, and some of them are people who have had many lives on Earth. And you can just chat with them, just ask them. You know, you can just close your eyes and just say, who is my closest guide? And then start with a little question list. You know, are they an animal or a person? Are they a person or you know, a spirit, like an angel? Are they male or female? Are they old or young? You know, and just kind of do a little interview with them, and then ask them, once you get to kind of see a sketch of who they are, ask them, what would you like to tell me right now? And usually they're so happy that you're talking to them directly that they'll give you some really sweet message that they've been trying to kind of get across to you. And yeah, I think that's it. For now, I encourage people to develop this connection on your own, because it is there for you. Maybe it wasn't in the past. I think that maybe we really did need people who spent, like, you know, shamans or witches or priests who spent like all day talking to spirit, and then you could come and talk to them and they could talk to spirit, like a medium would function. And I think, and I do believe that the shift happened after 2012. So like something did happen. I can't really say from my direct experience what it was, but it was something changed. Like that's when all my gifts kind of woke up in this really big way. And I started having these really bizarre experiences. And that's another thing, if you're feeling like haunted kind of by something in your room, a lot of times it's your guides trying to talk to you. So first of all, tell them that they're freaking you out and ask them to back up, because they don't know how you're experiencing them. So you know, you can say, hey, you're freaking me out. Can you back off? And they will. They have to. They love you. They want you to be comfortable. So ask. A lot of times the things that we feel are haunting us in our experience are just our guidance systems trying to get in touch with us. So don't be afraid, and ask for space if you need it, and have a chat, and believe the answers that you get, because it's really important. It's all in here. It's all within you. Nothing is out there that isn't in here. So yeah, I encourage you to develop that connection. And when you get your internal compass online, and you know you can get guidance, it's just so liberating and so nurturing. Because being here on Earth feels very wacky, and like I think a lot of people feel very lost a lot of the time. So go within and find them. They're there for you. You'll be surprised at what you find. Enjoy.